Hi. Right, I'm just fighting because I want you to be able to see it. Don't move. Don't breathe. Don't move. There we go. No breathing, no moving. Don't do anything. We do not want this to go off. Right. Where am I? Hi. I don't know if I'm on yet or if it still takes 300 years. Oh, you can see a right mess going on over here. How come you can see more than I can? Am I live? Yes, I'd see my hand. Hi, Sheila. I've stuck you in front of all the paints now. I can't even see. There we go. Hi. I don't know why you can see all this mess. I feel like putting a screen up. Hold on. I shoved it all over. There we go. Hold on. Put that there. There we go. Right, wait for it to catch up and you'll see it. So how are you? That's better, isn't it? We can pretend I'm tidy with a bit of paper. Honestly, I've got the world's smallest desk. It's ridiculous. And just before I came live, I knocked the printer over, which then proceeded to knock, you know, like the A5 sets of drawers. Then I've got ink pads in and loads of random bits next to it. It's knocked that over, and I had a pot of paintbrushes on the top, so they are everywhere. So I've just turned around and I'm not looking. Hi, Sam. Hi, Maureen. Heidi, hi. Right. This is what I've been playing with the tea-dyed papers I did the other day. And all I did here was stamp the little flowers from The Real Not Perfect. Oh, Sheila. Hi, Kim. It's like, do you know when you see comedy films and somebody knocks one thing over? I'm like that permanently in my life. It's like, I worry about myself sometimes. I'm in such a dream world. But I stenciled, and back to this. So I stenciled with Ground Espresso behind, and then all I did was use the pinky pen with the magenta and coloured the little flowers in and given little white dots. How effective is that? Anyway, back to the jelly plate. I've die cut loads out. I have die cut some of the tea dyed paper as well. And Lorna, if you're there, I found herbal tea bags and they go really, really red. So I've got them in a cup and I shall let you all know if you can herbal tea dye paper as well and fabric. Yay! Is everybody getting this stuff? I know Maureen got hers and Lorna got hers. I seen them. Do you think that's what it is? Do you think it's just because I'm always thinking about something else? Anyway, when I knocked everything over, I did find these me little paints, and they are acrylic paints and they are neon. So we've got Reflex Rose, Reflex Orange and Reflex Yellow, and these are the Amsterdam acrylics. Again, any acrylics will work. If you've got the Stamperia acrylics, if you've got Deco Art, if you've got Dine Awakening, if you've got Paper Artsy, if you've got Hobbycraft, all works. Perfect. Do you know what? I've also been off on a tangent before we start. Do you know the cutters? I used to cut, when Christopher was in junior school, I used to cut all these sandwiches into like shapes until I got told I wasn't allowed. And this here used to go in the top of, do you know the jar lunch boxes? To put sauces and stuff in, but I dropped the jar. So we're going to use that as well today. And I just want to see what happens with this. Obviously I won't do the cut side, even though it's not really cut. I'll do this side and see what happens. So we'll start playing. Oh, and anybody wondering about Kermit, the colour of him? This is his feathers, which he spattered us kindly today. He's molten because of the summer, so we might pop them on something as well. And breathe. No, it was a pot just with paintbrushes in. I just annoy myself. Honestly, it's like I wake up on a morning and think, how many ways can you upset yourself today? And how much stuff can you break? It's a bit one of those things. But that is true. At least there wasn't water in. I think that would have been icing on the cake. Christopher would have been down cleaning it up for us. Poor kid. So I'm using, what's this colour, this blue? It is called Brilliant Blue. No, it's not. I'm totally lying. It is called Turquoise Blue. We'll start off with this neon pink. It's the neon pink colour that is in the paints, my paints. Again, with your jelly plate, anybody that's new, just start from the beginning actually. Anybody that's new, I am Emma Blake. I am Thirsty Brush Unlimited, and I have worked for Thirsty Brush Unlimited for coming up 2 years this year. Couldn't tell you how long, but I have actually been demonstrating for about 4 years, maybe some more. This is what I love. This is what I do. My designs, I like them to be fun. I like them to be quirky. I just want everybody to have fun with the crafts. Oh, were you spitting blood, Maureen, when you spilled it? Honestly, spilling your water on your craft area, just, it's enough to send you over the edge. I do have the art foamies as well. So the first thing is with your jelly plate, the more you use it, the better it is. You can use water-based products, you can use acrylics, you can use gels, you can use loads of mediums. If anybody's stuck, I do have loads and loads of other videos on my YouTube you can go back and have a look at. If you don't want to listen to the waffle, you can just mute us. Because obviously the lives, so I've been talking to you lovely lot in the lives as we go, so some people might not want to listen to that, but you know, not have a clue what we're talking about. I'm wondering, a little couple of circles, and I'm just building up some shapes here. You can use absolutely anything on a jelly plate that you unless it's heat. Don't use heat, and don't use anything sharp is all I recommend. Right, now I'm thinking I kind of want that bird and some of these leaves there. So this one is the kind, always be kind, and what I've done is I've cut the back ones out of some of them. So the big, you know how you get the two dies, you get the matte and the layer. I've cut some of the layer out and some of the matte, so they'll all be different. Oh, we've got two here. I'll put that one there. And then I think we'll have the love started up here. And again, they'll look backwards to us, but when you turn them over, the words will stamp on perfectly right. I bet you're in a pickle. Actually, what we could do is build up a full image here. And maybe, actually, we'll stop there. What you can do as well, if you kind of want to clean your, and get like a print as well as you go, pop the white paper over the back. And again, with the jelly plate, you can pretty much paint and print on anything from fabrics. You can use fabrics for texture. You can oh look, you could easily cut round him and have a little bird. How cute's that? Anything for texture, really, anything at all. Look at him, I love that. I hope nothing got ruined, because it's horrible when that, oh, I love that as well. I love it. I'm really in my happy place already. Look. So you can easily just stamp over the top of that in like a thick black, like your VersaFine, and that would be it. I mean, you could fill in some shading where the letters are, but like I like them. Straight away I like them. I mean, here you could stamp in some of the bits and shade it in, make it look like it's like supposed to be like that. We'll keep going. I will See if I can lift up a bit more of this. To clean your jelly plate though, you can just pop it in the sink with some washing up liquid. Don't scrub it or anything, or you can just leave it. I like mine dirty, and the dirtier the better. I mean, at the minute it's a bit crusty, but even them bits come off on the when you're jelly printing, so it can make everything look a bit more interesting as you go. Tell me what yous have been up to. Tell me. And this one is called Permanent Blue Violet, so I think we could put blue with that as well and it'll look good. Crusty. I love a crusty jelly plate because it comes up when you're printing. In fact, watch, I'll stick a bit of this on there and I'll stick a bit of paper on the end and we'll see how much we can lift up. And I bet it's my most favourite print ever. It's that crusty I can't even get the... I'll use this bit. There, and then we'll just work around it. There we go. So all the time you're going to end up with a little bit of your last print underneath, but I mean you can always just put a layer of white over it and lift it all off at the end, and that also cleans your jelly plate. You can also use clear gel medium on your jelly plate as well to help your watercolours. Yeah, I think it is. I'm not even gonna lie. Everything's enclosing in. I need to move it again because poor Tony, if she comes in, she'll have a nervous breakdown if she sees where I'm working in. So okay, I'm using the art foamies. These are from Funky Fossil and they're just so good on the jelly plate. Again, you just pop these in a sink with some warm, not hot, just warm soapy water and wash them off. It just stops things going crusty. Also, when you're doing this, you can use it as a stamp pad. Wow, well done. You have been busy. So, I mean, look at that there. If we don't like the crusty bit, we can use that. And I think I'm just going to lift that up because I'm thinking we can do some pink over the top. And never ever look at a print as a whole. Always look at the different areas. So if you're not in love with it, you can always cut it down and then work on other bits, or just work over the top. It's acrylic paint, there's nothing spoiling it. I like that, Sheila, that you're crafting all day tomorrow. You deserve it if you've been busy. Look at that. Should we lift this as well and see what's happened? Oh, we haven't getting much up, have we? Hang on, I'll put it back down. Might be a bit thick. Sorry. Right, let's see. Oh, we're getting some up here. Maybe it needs a bit longer. I know there's one lady, she covers that whole jelly plate in white when she's finished playing and leaves it overnight and she can still pull it off. So maybe that's the way to clean it as well. Reading Tony's last magazine. Is that what you do? I haven't got the magazine yet. She did say one was on the way, but I bet it's not. The poor woman, our poor Tony, has been run ragged for months. I have been so reluctant to nag her about anything, honestly. I hope I know she's working on the cruise, but I really hope she gets some sort of downtime. Even just tonight. She's just so busy all the time. So I'm going in with the Reflex pink and not the Reflex orange, because I want the pink to give it that glow. You know what I talk about with the watercolours? About giving it the glow behind it. And I'm going to go over the top of this one. And hopefully the blue will still shine through enough to either add white layers over the top or pull some of the images out. And that's a good thing with a jelly plate. You never know what you're going to get. See, you can still see that. And it looks really cool because the pinks where the blues have gone have gone purple, and the orange sits over the top quite nicely, and it gives it a kind of ooh psychedelic look. But you could go over the top and add white highlights and things to this as well, just as easy. In fact, I have these wooden, the Play-Doh texture things. What we could do is add some white to brighten it up even further. Do I have white? I'm sure I did. This one will do. Ivory. Just shake. Unless it's more with a jelly plate, it is trial and error about the pressure you put on and how much paint and things like that. But the more you do it, you'll feel it, and you'll feel what's best for you. Because if you watch any jelly plate artist or any crafter on it, they'll pretty much say it's different for everybody. There we go. And these are very similar to the roller brushes that we had on Thirsty Brush that time. I mean, they flew out. So anybody who's got them, I would love to see what you're doing with them. Thank you, Maureen. I'm pulling that up. It might be time to take some off, actually, you know, of this plate. I do really like it, though. And there you go again. And we've covered up most of the circles. So what we could do is go back in again with purple, dark purple, and just keep layering it up. I mean, for the paint that you use, you can play and play and play and never really go wrong. Oh, dropping it. Yeah, the rollers, I think they were pennies from Hobbycraft. They're just kids' Play-Doh rollers. I think I got about 3 for $5, but I could only locate 2. I'll put the other one safe, you know, in the furthest point away from the other 2. No clue why. I'm loving this as well, you know, the backgrounds. Absolutely love the backgrounds. Oh, we've covered it up again, mainly. We'll go on with that one forever. I might come back to it. What do I want to play with now? Oh, I know. I'll get some blue down. Oh, I'm so pleased that you love them. They would be perfect over the top of the jelly plates, the colours and things. I mean, that print there, what you could do is cut it down and matte and layer those on top, because the colours are very similar. And again, I'm going to go in with this pink because I love it so much. And I mean, if you don't want to play with paints and things and you don't want to get as messy as I do, you could always use your ink pads and things as well. It's never ever a problem to use other stuff. Just because sometimes you don't see somebody doing it doesn't mean you can't. Give it a try, because you really, really can't hurt it unless you're using heat or something sharp. There we go. And I think this one is going to look super cool. And I'm not going to mess about with it too much and keep going over the top, because I think this one alone will be lovely. I can already see it. And this is the graffiti scribble it embossing folder. I love that as well. So you can layer up your papers on top of that. I'm going to put that to one side and not mess with it too much. And I'll put this on. Hi, Hillary. You've been out running? What kind of word is that? It's like a swear word. This, I mean, as well with the jelly plate, it's sometimes hit and it's sometimes miss, and it just depends on what you want to do. See, I knew that I'd love that one. I knew it. And you can pick bits out and sort of, you can ink back in over the scribble. So then you'll have, if you went around with a black fine liner or something, it would look like it would make the writing stand forward, but you'd still have the bright behind it. Loads of stuff. Right, so we're going with some yellows and greens. So reflex yellow, because the sun's still shining. Is everybody hot? Or is everybody enjoying it a bit now it's cooled out tonight? It definitely doesn't seem as hot as it did this morning. I mean, I went outside and the first thing I said was, bah, it's bright. Bearing in mind, I'm not usually out very early on a morning. So the reflex yellow on this, the neon yellow, will brighten that really dark green up. And the green is called sap green. So it's really quite dark. But again, I'm going to go in with the leaf embossing folder. So all I've done is embossed white card. And you could actually, if you don't want any lines on it, you could tear around the edges so it gives a more organic look. See, I'm mostly pressing it in the middle. I mean, look at that. That looks cool anyway, doesn't it? So you could push the whole thing down if you've torn around the edges. See, I'm losing words now. I'm getting excited. The green, this one is so effective. Can you remember when I first brought them out and I was not supposed to show you anything, so I didn't. I didn't really, just a peek. It is green, so I used a really dark green and then the reflex yellow. And if you, in the paints and the water brushes, the watercolour inks, if you use the darkest green on that with the neon yellow from the neon collection, you get a very similar green to this. Oh, look at this with the bits of purple in as well. Oh my life. I'll leave that there for a second till it catches up. These paints are the Amsterdam, but the neon paints you can also get in the Dana Wakley, and this one's called Stoked. I mean, we'll use that one next, so we'll see if it's a different colour, but I love that. I'm not going to touch that one either because we like that. We'll use this one and we'll see if it ends up the same pink. What should we go with? Should we go with the reflex orange as well? She does all the colours though, Dana Wakley. I know Create and Craft used to do the Amsterdam stuff, but I haven't seen it on for a while. I don't know if they don't do it anymore or whatnot. I really don't know. I really want to stick Kermit's feathers in here, but I kind of don't. Like, do I spoil his green? I suppose he's got more, hasn't he? I'm sure he'll pluck more out. It's summer after all. Yes, my hands. I did actually have an accident with ink earlier. And, well, yeah, I just had an accident with ink earlier. So I'm going to use the butterfly embossing folder now. Over here. Oh. And this time I'm going to use the die cuts. Oh, look at that. So it does make a really good colour. And then I do have more die cuts of the new words. Oh, Jane, did you see that they're now loaded on How to Craft Network? I forgot to message you because I'm a bit useless like that. They are on now. I don't know if there was a glitch in the system or what, but they've been checked and they are on there now. Ready? I like them, and we could still stamp over the top of there and it'll look so cool. Lift them up. That one. Oh, do you know what? I think that blue that we used at the start would be fantastic to add little bits of extra here. So what I will do is I'm going to pop a little bit on this side, just a little bit here, and I'm going to use it like an ink pad. Just here. And what we'll do Let's bring these back in. Because again, there's no rules. You can do whatever you want on the jelly plate. It's the perfect mixing station for blues and things. And then I'm going to use the art for me and just bring in some extra texture and things. I mean, that's really funky, isn't it? And then this one here, because this one's got the least amount of paint on. Just over the top. And then you could even still, once you stamp over the top of it, once it's dry, that'll be so cool. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. The Distress Oxides are really good on the jelly plate as well. So what I'm going to do is just, because I don't want to waste it, it's nearly dry. Whoops. So if you let this layer dry, you can then work over the top and take layers off that as well. So if we just give that a second, what we could do is we can add the reflex yellow and the green and go back over with the leaves, and it'll have all them hints of blue. Just need it to give it a, it's drying quite quick with the weather. Give it a waft. Yeah, the Distress Oxides are really, really good on the jelly plate as well. Everything is, honestly, you don't ever, oh, there it is. Thought I'd dropped my lid. Don't ever rule out anything. Give it a go beforehand. It's so fun. I mean, I could be sat here till midnight if I hadn't wrecked my craft room. So straight over the top, leaving that blue. I mean, we can leave more yellow, we can leave more patches of green if we want, or you can just mix it all up. So it's more blended. And then should we go back over again with the leaves or the graffiti? Actually, we might have to go. I don't think we've got another leaves one done. Graffiti, do you think? Give it a different look? You can already see the blue coming through. Oh, that would be fabulous, Jane. Is anybody in that area? I mean, I'm totally lost, but... Is that... It's near Leeds, isn't it? I know I've seen you at Tony's shop. It's Stamps by Me HQ. Look at this, I've got ink up my arm. Off, I think that's actually off yesterday. It's doing splats. It's still up my arm. It won't come off. Just down the road from Tony's. Yeah, I'm not that near. There you go, look at that. So you've got the green, the graffiti and all the hints of blue coming through. Now that cut down would be absolutely spectacular. I've got some of the papers here. Hold on. So this one here, that would make a brilliant matte layer to go with that one. Or even that one. And to be honest, I think it would go with that one as well. I think I like that one with the contrast of colours. But, oh, this one as well. I think I prefer the big contrasts of colour. What do you think? I'm looking for other stuff that we've got. I've got some lace here because I mean, after the last live with the big doilies, I think we're gonna be kind of hard pushed, aren't we? Oh, this is a big bit of lace. Should we give it a go? I'm gonna cut a size so it's very close to the size of the jelly plate, because last time it was hard getting it all on, wasn't it? Oh, this lace is sparkly. So what colour should we go? Are we going to go vintage or should we go bright with the lace? Or should we do both? Hi! Electric bricks. That's it. It does. Should we go bright or should we go vintage? What do you think? Both. Vintage. We'll go vintage first and then we'll go bright after. What have I got? I've got a lovely rose here that would go nice with the Naples yellow and the brown. Do you think? Half and half. Well, we'll do one, then we'll do the other because we can. Why not? Hi, Gemma. You all right? You can watch back, me dear. I think everybody's out enjoying the sun, to be honest. Now that it's a bit cooler. What shop? What shop? Is there a Hobbycraft next door? Oh, the Stamps by Me shop. Yeah, I'd be the same, to be honest. I think I'd probably lose my job, Tony, but I'd just go home. Get away from us. We don't need you in the office every day. Right. So the good thing about having the bigger jelly plate is you've got every size and you can get a full sheet of A4 paper on it. The downside is obviously the footprint it takes up, but it's not a bad downside because you don't have to keep it out all the time, and all the jelly plates come in a plastic folder, which is your storage, so keep them. Anything that you put on top of your jelly plate, eventually it will leave an indentation and it won't come out. How often do you go, Jane? I mean, that's the start of it there. How cool does that already look? Ready? Fingers crossed it works as good as last time. I like this colour though. I hear movement. Mr. Christopher's game might have gone off. Oh, he's hungry. Oh, wait till you see this. Oh, he's hungry. Look at that. Now, that cut down. To be honest, that one. With that one. I like that. I like that a lot. And you could even darken this down by going over with... hang on, should we do it? The ground espresso. Whoops. I'll move that out of the way for now. Pop that down. And then just brushing it over just to make it vintage. We're not doing too much to it. And obviously just following the white lines that I've already put on. Scuff it back and forth. If your ink pad's new, I'd be careful about doing it. So now we've got that quite vintage. It's gone quite dark, but that over the top of there, and then adding on, because it's quite busy, I'd add that with just the writing on. I mean, imagine it cut down, or you could go, where's the one I did with, as if you, I mean, so like you can tell us, where's the one I did with the flowers? So that, and then that pulls the colour of the roses back and the rose out of here. So many options. I really love that though. Really love that, especially because it's got the green in and some of the purples and pinks. Very nice. Right, now we'll do a neon version of it. What colour neon? Pink and purple? Do you think? Orange and yellow? Green and green? Green and yellow? That's not so bad, Jane. That's quite well behaved, that is. May I be like, well, I worked hard this week. I got out of bed every day. I need to go on Saturday. It would make a brilliant book cover. Right, we'll go pink and yellow. And let's get some orange going with the mix. Why not, eh? Your brayer as well, if you ever want to clean your brayer, because mine is disgusting, you can just pop that in soapy water overnight and then you can peel it all off, which is quite satisfying, I do have to say, but it takes forever. Still quite satisfying doing it if you've got nothing else to do for 3 hours. There we go. So what I will do is the same as last time. I will push it down so the ink soaks into the fabric. We're orange and, well, we're pink and yellow, so we're going to get some oranges going on. There we go. Then on the other side. Look at that, the colour. I love it. I love to see what colours you get as well on the Gelli plate. That's an awesome way to see what colours go with what. Ah, Jane, I like you thinking. I'd just be there. I would just be there. Eventually you would behave yourself. Look at that. And I love the fact it's got the vintage in as well. The vintage browns. It totally changes it, doesn't it? And I mean, think about cutting it down. Think about your ATCs. This bit here is absolutely perfect, the print. You see that? What else have I got kicking about that we can make a print with? You know what else you can make a print with, actually? Oh, my chair. Where's it gone? You can do it with kitchen roll, but I can't seem to find any. Oh, I've got blue roll here. We'll try it with that. It might come off on the blue roll, but we'll just do a thin layer because kitchen roll. The paper I'm using, this one is a smooth paper. It's more, actually it's more like a card. It's 250 GSM, smooth card. But the printed paper that I use, I did put a picture up on Amazon a while back, showing exactly what it was. But the last time I went to get some, it's gone up and it's quite expensive now. So I need to find a different one. But I will go back and have a look and see if it's come down in price. So this is that blue roll. All I'm going to do is gently, so I don't want it to stick, is go over. The texture's not as good as what a kitchen roll is, because you get some funky kitchen roll embossed. I prefer like a good weight paper, to be honest, but you can use card, you can use rice paper, you can get big rolls of plain rice paper. You can use anything, book pages, anything at all on it. But if you want to use white paper, like I usually do, to be fair, I use a smooth printer paper. But like I say, the one I usually get's gone up in price quite a bit. Look at that. I don't know where that came from. That texture's cool, isn't it? So imagine the kitchen roll and things. And then, I mean, keep all your scraps and things, because you can still print with it. I'm going to have some pink over the top of this. And I think I'm going to try and lift it off completely. Get some pink on. And then I've got this, which is like, it's got like bigger dots. And it's like a washcloth. I used to use these, you could get them ages ago, instead of baby wipes, because all you did was wet them when you were out. And all they are is, what are they called? I didn't see them for years, and then I seen them on AliExpress, I think it was, and they come in, where on earth did I put the packet? They're called reusable washcloths, and all you do is rinse them out, and you can use them a few times. Right, so I want that to dry. I don't know what I've done with the... I'm very annoying, aren't I? I never find anything I've put down. Oh, there they are. These are disposable washcloths. So use them a couple of times. And that's what they are. And I take them to telly and stuff because then I can clean up quite a few times and they're really absorbent. I just really want this to dry. Thank you, Kim. Always have a lovely time on the jelly plate. Right, we're dry. So I think now what we should do is add, I'm going to go with the cream and we'll do a full print of whatever's left. They're really, really good. I mean, I don't use them all the time because, well, it would get quite expensive, but off like AliExpress and things like that, I've noticed that only a couple of pounds for a few. I did get us some for our holidays because I thought they'll be handy when we're away just to, well, wash faces and hands and things. Because my Christopher, since COVID, obsessively washes his hands. Like, the amount I spend on hand wash is crazy. I mean, we all wash our hands, but that child, I think COVID's broke him. You'll never be able to fight a germ off in his life, all the hand washing he does. Alrighty, so it's going to pick up quite a bit of it. Oh, it's not very neon in your face. It's like more pastely tones. It's still bright, but I love the two different textures from the two different cloths. I love that. And then you can stamp over the top of it. You can die cut it and stamp your words over the top. You could even stamp your flowers over the top and just cut them out and they'll match in perfect. Yeah, it is much better than a soap dodger. I just worry that he's never going to fight a germ off in his life again. Right, I'm thinking, now that this is out, this one with the seedless preserve, so that's a ground espresso, seedless preserve. This one is so juicy, honestly. This is what's leaked all over my fingers and things as well. I just wanna, what did I do with it? Yeah. Just want to see if it works. Super quick. Oh, I like the patterns that's coming off the brayer though on it. I don't know how good a print we'll get. Oh, it's nice. I do like that. I like that a lot. And then you can stamp over the top and you've got the perfect matching colours as well in the oxides. I do like that a very much lot. And just before we are finished, I do want to try our pens. Our pens, yes, our new pens. I put them all in here so I wouldn't misplace any because, well, you know what I'm like. That green. I've got some that aren't open for demo purposes, red, and I really don't want to open them to use. One, I don't need to. Use them ones. So I'm thinking, right, should we go yellow and red? Let's see what we can do with these on here. See, I really, really want to get like a marbled paint pour type effect. So I'm going to squeeze quite a bit out and do some dollops. I am going to spray water on it. And I'm just thinking it's going to be more controlled than doing it on your desk, on the jelly plate. I might even add a little bit purple in, the purpley pink. Tony was using these with our new, is it the Paper Society box? I'm just gonna kind of mix them a bit and then I'm going to squirt it with water. Now again, if you want to get a more accurate look, you can use the gel medium over the top and let it dry. But this one, I do want a kind of paint pour effect, so I want it quite wet. And let's see what happens. Oh, we're skidding. Look back. Oh. See what we'll get. I mean, there's them colours already. Some places it might be quite muddy because we've got a lot of colour down and the braille's dirty. It might be time to invest in a new braille. I think I might have. Look at that. I love that. And then you can use the colours, stamp over the top and use the colours to paint once it's dry. So if you stamp your flowers or your words, use the same colours to paint back over the top, and you can even stamp with similar colours, either in your oxides and things. Actually, I'll show you what I did today. What did I do with it? What did I do with it? What did I do with it? And I used the inks, and then I went over the top with the oxides. Oh, Emma. Again, aren't I really annoying? I will pop pictures up when I find it. So this is the inks, just into water. What did I do with it? Is this it? Is this it? Oh, there. So what I did was I let the inks drip into the water, and then I stamped with the Seedless Preserve, the lips. That one there I sprayed so the ink come out with the oxides, and then I painted in from the lips with the oxide as well. But all these pinks and things are the neon paints in the pens and stamped over. And I mean, I think the oxides will still move a bit if you spray it and just leave it. They're starting to bleed, so you'll get this more effect. Put it down, Emma. And it's just so cool. So I mean, this is a background, cut it down, these for your book pages and things. Lift that off. So you get that chalky look, the same as the other one on this here. And you're getting this chalky look when it's dry. But I mean, how cool is that? And I've just used the tiny little filler stamps to do the full background. Yes, I did white splats. But you're on about this one, the gold confetti inks. I love drawing in the water with them though. I do have. Let's do some. It's like I knew you were going to say it. I get it more wet. I love the confetti inks as well. I do have to say, they are very shimmery. Super sparkly. Oh, it's feeding time. I hear the boy. Bless him. Oh, lift this up and I'll show. I don't know if we can get. Oh, well, yes. Look at that. I can do the wiggle at home. I can't do it at Creating Craft. What's all that about? So again, stamp over the top now. You've got these splats. I've got them up my arms. I love that. Love it. Right, because I can hear the boy coming down, he will be hungry because he's not, well, I don't think anybody's eating during the day with the heat. But I will see you on Sunday for Colour Our World. If you've got any questions or anything, just give us a shout. I'm always about. I'll take pictures of these. Somebody might have to give us a nudge if they're not up by tomorrow. Now I've got to tidy that mess up behind us. I don't even know if I can get out of the room. Will we? I don't know. I do keep them all and collect them all and try to recreate them so they're neater. Like more neat. I don't even know if you can understand what I'm saying when I speed up. But I do keep them all and then I recreate them so they are neat so they can go in a paper pack. But we will see. We will see. Anyway, that is me out of here. I've got to tidy that mess up and I need to feed us. But it's been so lovely. I'm so pleased that we have fixed YouTube. You've got no idea. Honestly, I was ready to give in. But I will see you on Sunday at 8 PM for Colour Our World. Any questions or anything, just send us a message. And yes, have a lovely weekend. Lots of love. Good night.